Projekt Guru.
Всем привет! С вами Zak Novak на радиостанции Novorossia Rocks. Welcome to Novorossia Rocks Radio Station in downtown Donetsk. This is Zak Novak, your American. It is a true winter holiday. The snow outside is incredible right now in Donetsk. Projekt Guru, thank you so much for all the hard work that you do. Hope all your Christmas and New Year holidays were amazing with your family. Andre's off today. Let's start off with some news. Guru, what's happening in Turkey, Kurdistan? Turkish NATO tanks demolishing houses one by one in the Serb district of Kurdistan. War crimes, tanks rolling into neighborhoods in Ahmad Central Serb district, where an onslaught by the Turkish Nazi Junta military and police forces continues for the 40th day. Hazrili neighborhood, Madinkampi and Kuznul Mosque areas are being targeted intensely with tank strikes. While tanks deployed in Marnikapi area are conducting random artillery attacks on neighborhoods, strikes have left many houses on fire. Tanks have started to demolish houses one by one and are making an effort to make advances into the areas of self-rule. The neighborhood is also witnessing an intense activity of helicopters. Also just in, sniper attacks on journalists and civilians. While the onslaught under a so-called curfew continues in Cizre and Silopi for the 27th day, Turkish Nazi military and police forces impose a state of siege in Shirnak province as well. Public institutions in the city have been turned into Gestapo military headquarters, and special operations police have been deployed in some schools, hospitals, healthcare centers, and other institutions in the Cumhuriyet and Diesel, Bakçelievler, Yeni Malhel, and Yasilyuf neighborhoods. Emplacements have been formed in medical institutions affiliated to the Ministry of Health in the area between Cumhuriyet and Diesel neighborhoods. Sniper positions here are opening continuous fire on neighborhoods. Snipers have also shot at a group of journalists who tried to cover the military mobilization near the office of Provincial Directorate of Health. While the reporters have fortunately survived the attack without any harm, the residents of the neighborhoods told that their houses are continuously being targeted from the Turkish junta. Humanitarians, Guru, the Russians, helping the people of Ukraine with heat for the winter. Russian Chernomor-Neftogaz has started to supply gas to the city of Genichevsk in the Kherson region in southern Ukraine in the form of humanitarian aid, Crimea's head Sergei Aksenov said Sunday. The president's instructions supply gas in the form of humanitarian aid. To date, 33,000 cubic meters was delivered. Aksenov noted that there are no obligations for Chernomor-Neftogaz to supply gas to Ukraine. This is aid on the basis of goodwill. At the same time, he said he was sure that the residents of the peninsula support the decision. On January 2nd in Genichevsk, due to air temperatures below 14 degrees and the limited gas producing capacity of Stekove gas field, municipal pipeline pressure lowered. As a result, more than 1,500 people were left without gas. Genichevsk district of the Kherson region receives gas from Stekove field, but during the winter heating season was additionally delivered from Crimea by reverse. Chernomor-Neftogaz began delivering gas to Genichevsk on January 4th. Deliveries were organized on behalf of the Russian President Vladimir Putin at the request of the mayor of Genichevsk. According to Chernomor-Neftogaz head Igor Shabanov, the volume of daily deliveries reaches nearly 20,000 cubic meters depending on the weather conditions and consumption. Chernomor-Neftogaz supplies gas to Genichevsk for a second year. The volume of deliveries last year totaled 330,000 cubic meters, approximately the same amount as planned for the deliveries this winter. Vladimir Putin, Crimea, Russia, helping out people in bad times in Ukraine. Guru, Novak Djokovic, what a dominant year he had in 2015, incredible. And already 2016 he starts off winning the Doha title, 2 weeks Australian Open, and this crushing Rafael Nadal. And this is from Rafael Nadal, Guru. A bruised and battered Rafael Nadal admitted Novak Djokovic was playing at a level never seen before after suffering a 6-1, 6-2 mauling in the Qatar Open final on Saturday. The world number one cruised to victory in a match lasting just in 1 hour and 13 minutes. Guru, 1 hour and 13 minutes, capturing his 60th career title and starting 2016 with the same dominance he showed last year when he won 3 of the 4 majors and 11 titles in all. Well, for the match, it's easy to analyze, Nadal told reporters. I played against a player who did everything perfect. I know nobody playing tennis like this ever. Since I know this sport, I never saw somebody playing at this level. The win also edged Djokovic in front of his head-to-head battle with Nadal with a 24th win in 47 matches. Novak Djokovic, total dominance. Guru, disgusting behavior by the Albanians. Uncivilized Albanian desecrated and urinated inside a Serbian Orthodox church in Pristina. Kosovo Deputy Prime Minister Branimir Stojanovic strongly condemned the desecration of the Temple of Christ the Savior in Pristina, which, as he said, was committed by a group of demonstrators during yesterday's protests. Branimir Stojanovic believes that such behavior is shameful and uncivilized, but that shameful is also the fact that, as he added, the police quietly stood and watched protesters as they entered the temple. Urinating in a sanctuary is shameful, uncivilized vandalism. As he pointed out, Serbian sanctuaries in Kosovo are constantly desecrated, but the temple seems to bother someone pretty much because it's the most often targeted by these Albanian terrorists, uncivilized people. Therefore, said Stojanovic, it is necessary to build a fence around the temple as soon as possible and prevent the perpetrators of shameful and uncivilized acts and further desecration of our churches. The quiet observation of the demonstrators by the police as they entered the temple and urinated is also shameful. Recalling that the temple was desecrated many times, Stojanovic said that the perpetrators were never found and that yesterday everything happened before the eyes of the police. Stojanovic is therefore calling Kosovo Interior Minister to take punitive measure against the police officers who, with their failure to act, enabled smooth committing of criminal offenses. Vandals have to be stopped. Guru, brother, listen to this. Everybody's favorite, Robert De Niro. I feel like a Serb, and my inspirational figures are Draža Mihailovic and Slobodan Milosevic. Famous actor Robert De Niro said that he personally feels like a Serb and that the greatest injustice was done to the Serbs by Europe, but also by the whole world. In an interview with British media, De Niro said that Serbia is one of the smallest countries in Europe, but with the greatest torment. The famous American actor said that the greatest injustice was done to the Serbs by Europe, but also by the whole world when it was decided to bomb the small country in 1999 by NATO. The actor said that he repeatedly said that he feels like a Serb, but that he could not understand why there are conflicts between Serbs, Croats, and Bosniaks when they're almost the same people divided by the history. He said that he likes to come to Serbia and that he likes Belgrade, where he stayed a long time ago. De Niro said that he would like to film a historical movie about Serbia. His most inspirational Serbian historical figures are Draža Mihailovic, the General Draža Mihailovic, who was the first guerrilla fighter against the fascists, and Slobodan Milosevic, who was, according to him, a tragic figure with a Shakespearean caliber. Guru, let's bring the news back home. Movement of Nazi right sector elements with heavy military equipment spotted along the front lines. The Kiev Junta has reinforced its positions along the lines of engagement in Donbass with a howitzer battery and right sector Nazi radicals, a spokesman for the Defense Ministry of Donetsk Peoples Republic said on Sunday, citing reconnaissance reports. A battery of conventional artillery of the 30th Brigade has been spotted in the settlement of Svetlodarsk. Moreover, units of Ukraine's Nazi right sector paramilitary corps have reportedly arrived to the settlement of Spartak, which is an evidence of reinforcement of the Idar battalion with nationalist units. Apart from that, according to the DPR Defense Ministry, the Kiev Junta has pulled in engineering unit to organize a pontoon ferry into the zone of responsibility of the 30th Brigade at Gorlovka direction. So as we can see, the Kiev Junta is preparing and using Nazi elements, the right sector, on the front lines. Many Turkish junta soldiers and police killed by civil defense units, YPS, PKK, Viva PKK. A number of police and soldiers have reportedly been killed in Ahmed Central Sur district, where a state of siege remains in effect for the 40th day. The district has today witnessed several clashes of the curfew as civil defense units YPS responded to intensified attacks by the Turkish Junta state forces. A number of casualties have been reported on the side of the state force as a result of clashes at various locations and districts throughout the day. Clashes have mainly intensified around Kursunlu Mosque since very early hours of the morning till evening hours, according to reports by the Turkish officials. This, according to them, Guru, 1 policeman, 1 specialized sergeant were killed, while 14 police and soldiers were wounded in the fighting. Local sources in Sur, however, report that the casualties suffered by Turkish forces more. According to 11 special operations police were killed and many others wounded in the fighting around the Kusnul Mosque. Bodies of some police reportedly remain at the scene of the clashes. One other location where clashes between YPS units and state forces have intensified today is the vicinity of the Suleiman Nafis primary school area. YPS PKK units strongly responded to Turkish units that attempted to enter the neighborhood from several points. 6 members of security forces reportedly killed in clashes there. Savas neighborhood also witnessed heavy clashes between YPS PKK members and state forces around Yogurt Bazar. Turkish forces reportedly suffered casualties, but the exact number couldn't be verified. Fighting in this area lasted all day long. 3 members of YPS got wounded during the day-long clashes. Neighborhoods where clashes took place were also targeted by tanks and artillery fire all day long. Guru, the Turkish Junta Erdogan using tanks in civilian areas. Tanks in streets. Neighborhoods where clashes took place were also targeted by tanks and artillery fire all day long. On the other hand, more Caterpillar tanks, which are used in the shelling and demolition of houses, have been dispatched to Sur today. But resistance from YPS and the PKK. This just in. Turkish junta retaliation. The Turkish Nazi junta retaliation. Mass execution. Erdogan fascists. 12 youths aged 18 to 25 have been executed as a result of house raids in the central and Demit district of Van province early this morning. ID details of the youths remain unknown. It is a mass execution. HDP Van MP Lezgin Botan, who spoke to ANF about the incident, said bodies of 12 youths, all ages of 18 to 25, have been taken to the hospital morgue. Botan said that the youths were shot in the head and described the incident as not a clash but mass execution. He added that the police forces have blockaded the scene of the executions and hospitals where youths are being held now. HDP Van Deputy Tugba Hazer told that apart from one, all have been shot in the head. They are all young people in civilian clothes, as has been conveyed to us by those who saw the bodies. Not every single one of them can possibly be shot in the head during a clash. It is not possible. This is a mass execution. Turkish police Nazi junta have evacuated and entirely blockaded the hospitals. This ends our program. It's just been a horrible, tragic weekend with disasters, catastrophes, deaths all weekend long. But also a sad note, singer David Bowie has died at the age of 69 following a battle with cancer. His son, director Duncan Jones, confirmed the news and statement was released on his official social media account. David Bowie died peacefully today, surrounded by his family after a courageous 18-month battle with cancer. Please, everyone, be safe. Enjoy the winter holidays. See you all on Wednesday. Bye-bye.